Buckle your wieners and hold on to your titties because this story has more twists and turns than a Hot Wheels track. Because the all-powerful and lightning-burping hero himself, the Flash, faces a foe that he just can't face by himself. And as a result, he has to team up with the goober he hates more than someone who hates making their bed. But as the story goes on, this team-up turns into something Barry royally regrets in the Flash comic series. But before we talk about the heroes, who's the villain they have to fight? Well, his name is Paradox, and he is a multiversal villain who, as a result of getting his powers, lost his whole family. And he blames Barry for all of it. And because of that, he is determined to destroy the entire Flash's legacy and have his loved ones turn against him. And he's using Godspeed as a puppet to hop through history and eliminate every single Flash he sees. And because of this, it gives him more and more power to create a multiverse that hates the Flash. And Barry knew about his plans, but the thing is that he doesn't have enough knowledge on this guy to help him beat him. So he knew that if he wanted to have a fraction, a minion's arm hair of a chance to beat him, then he would have to team up with the Reverse Flash, the mustard bottle who knew more about history than anyone. So that's what happens. But their first destination was to go to the 25th century to pick up a lightning rod. This thing was going to be used to help them defeat Paradox by turning the Speed Force into a destructive force. But now that they got their toy, it's time to start the battle. And this gruesome battle commences by meeting up with a loving family. And Barry was super confused. Why are we here? What's the deal with this family? Thawne responds by saying that the father is actually Paradox before he got his powers. So you know what that means. The father was about to get the boot. And this is when Barry had to rethink this team up. He did not sign up for shanking anyone or eliminating fathers. But here's the thing. As a result of this fight, the energy of the multiverse coming off of them activated Paradox's alter ego. And the same energy was more than enough for Paradox to finally have enough power to change the time stream and destroy the Flash's legacy. Now these chocolate nuts really need to work together. But lucky for them, they got Godspeed as well on their side after Barry released him from his shackles. But either way, Paradox is already making quick work of cooking up time. He's making progress faster than your mom finding condoms in your bedside drawer because Paradox, according to him, already erased the Flash's legacy on the main world. And now he's going to move on to the multiverse because no Flash deserves to be praised. They only care about themselves. But Thawne and Godspeed came in to defend Barry and hold his hand because they emphasize that Barry is selfless. That's why he wins, and it's time to adopt that mindset right now. And now the battle truly begins. Barry tells Thawne really quickly to go back in time and find another way to stop Paradox other than shanking him. If you know so much about time, surely you could figure something out. So you go do that while me and Godspeed deal with this noodle poodle. So while the duo tries to hold off Paradox, Thawne zips through time and finds Paradox in human form. And for once in his entire tartar sauce life, he solved a problem by not thrusting his vibrating hand into their belly button. He officially saved the universe because Paradox began to crumble and eventually he was erased from time. But there's no time to celebrate because Barry, Godspeed, and Thawne, who eventually joined them, had to run fast before the realm they were in collapses. And it turns out they succeeded. They finally did it. Everyone is safe, the heroes are friends, and Barry's loved ones still love him. Meanwhile though, Godspeed wanted some insight. Since Thawne knows so much about time, maybe he knows who killed his brother. And through a highly chaotic and eye-bulging turn of events, Thawne answers this question by saying it was him and pulling his neck apart like a plug from its socket. And Barry was in shock. He thought Thawne was a villain reformed, but nothing changed with this donkey. He is always one step ahead. He will always hate the Flash. And no matter what timeline they're in, that's one thing that will never change. And that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.